y'all? It's your boy Charles Arnaz, bro. I want to play this clip from the legendary Krazy Bone, from the legendary hip hop group Bone Thugs and Harmony. He was just on a podcast called Holding Court Podcast. I'm gonna play a clip of this snippet of this interview, and then I'm gonna come back with my reaction.
Interesting statement that I want to just kind of see if you can elaborate on. You said that you I know you had said somewhere, I think it was on your podcast, that there was a big meeting, with the record labels in terms of and basically the record labels and the owners of the prisons are in cahoots. They're the same people. You really believe that's a thing?
Yes, it could be. There's a lot of big corporations that have ownership in prisons. It's rich black people that got ownership in prisons.
Right.
They just don't go around bragging about it. That's one big move they don't go around bragging about. You don't, bro. It's no secret, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like.
So you feel as if basically they own the prisons and they're using the music to market, basically niggas to do what they do and get locked up.
It has to be a reason why. First of all, hip hop has been the dominant music genre for decades.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So knowing that this has,
the influence.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, that's the music we need to focus on. Hip hop became popular and because, you know what I'm saying, it was the main music, bigger than country music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what if this is what got the kids, that's what we want.
Hollywood is a branch of the government, by the way. The CIA does fund movies as well, so it's not far-fetched to believe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's all control, bro, we can go that particular episode right there is like, to me, it's not so much conspiracy because it's like they do it in front of our face.
Okay, so it ain't even conspiracy. This is what it is.
No. We see, man. Why do every artist always complain? How come every black buyout movie you see starts good, ends bad?
Right.
Every last one of them.
Right.
Every last one of them. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. Everybody got the same story. It's wild. So it's like that speaks for itself.
With you being so deep in the game and being so accomplished, being that you are a part of a huge group and a huge artist. I mean, you'll go down in history as one of the most accomplished rap groups.
If work ever feels like this,
ads.
Weird shit in the music industry, or in terms of that, like them trying to get y'all to say this, do that,
Bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I tell people, you know what I'm saying, as far as music, I tell people this, you know what I'm saying, like, we didn't come out like trying to glorify violence or none of that. We were led to believe this is your chance to tell your story.
Right.
They the ones with the cameras. They the ones glorified. They the ones put it on TV and did this and did that. You know what I'm saying? Put it in front of them, like, you know what I'm saying? And we were fools because we played into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, not knowing that they were going to use it to kind of entrap
exactly
the people coming from behind. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy though. It's like a lesson learned, but. It's crazy because it's like the lesson ain't being learned.
Right. You know what? I think it's something to that too, bro. Because if you go back to like our generation, see, in our generation, we had balance. So we had NWA, we had the gangster shit, but then we also had X-Clan, we had Public Enemy, we had KRS-One.
Exactly.
Even when you go to the females, we had Choice, we had HWA, but then we also had Queen Latifah, you had MC Lyte. Now it's all one way.
All one way.
It's just one way. So I think what you're saying is kind of, we're seeing it, like you say, is right in our.
Man, it's crazy because it's kind of like, okay, let's make all the dudes criminals and all the women hoes.
Right. Criminals are gay.
Yeah, you know, and it's crazy. It's like, and I seen something the other day. It's like, bro, it's just wild. Like just the agendas they pushing. It's like there's more than one kind of genre of hip hop within hip hop.
Exactly.
It's not just what you hear on the radio.
That's right.
It's talented young people that's very talented. That's like kind of forced to change who they are just to get into the industry.
Just to get in, yep.
And then when they get into it, they got to stay that way.
Got to stay that way, yeah. Because if you try to switch it up,
yeah,
you're
you
done.
know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like everybody is being forced to sound, look, act, talk, dress the same.
That's right. That's right.
It's not a lot of variety. It's a lot of people. But it's not a lot of like different styles.
Yeah.
It's you got to shuffle through the fuck. There's some out there though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to shuffle through a lot.
Yeah. See, in our day, you couldn't do that. You was biting. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You was biting. Like,
That's
you
what it
didn't
was
want to
called.
sound like nobody. Even if you were in the arena of somebody, like, okay, excuse me, like if you go with y'all, but then you got Crucial Conflict, you got Do or Die, you had 3-6, but even still, it's different.
Yeah.
If you know what you're listening to, then you know it's different.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Twister is different from a Bone. A Bone is different from a Tech 9. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So,
And man, like again, you know what I'm saying? If that's what they want to do, that's cool.
right.
But why are they playing hip hop like that's the only form of hip hop it is? They don't do R&B like that. They don't do no other genre like that. Why are you just strictly so bent on this is all you want our young kids to hear?
You know why? It's the
Exactly.
biggest influence.
So that's why I say it's no conspiracy.
Yeah, I got
It's
you.
right in front of our face. It's right there.
You know, y'all, that's I'm playlist from that. That's from Holding Court podcast. You can see the rest of it. I put the link in the bottom of the description if you guys want to watch the full interview. I really truly believe, I think Ice Cube talked about this as well. So before I get to my reaction, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play Ice Cube talking about this in his last interview he did about a week and a half ago with Breakfast Club. We'll come back to my reaction.
I saw you on Bill Maher, and you were talking about the record industry, and you said that the record industry uses social engineering in rap to encourage criminal behavior. At what point did you realize it?
Oh man, you know, after I got mature in the game, after I knew that, you know, records were made by committee. You know, a lot of albums, a lot of dope songs people like are made by a group of people telling rappers what to say, or what's dope, or that line ain't good enough, or, you know, let's change it to this. Get somebody up here that can write, and all this kind of hip hop by committee. And yeah, the record companies, it be they people in there. You know, I've never had an A&R. I've never had a record company guy tell me shit about my music, about how to make it. You know, some of it they liked, some of it they didn't, some of it they raised their eyebrow to, but that's what I turned in, that's what they had to accept. And, you know, that's hip hop to me.
What gave you the business mind, right? Over the BET Awards. Of course, they play Straight Outta Compton. The Big Three, I seen the Big Three as well that week.
We were talking about with the record labels, right? Because you said they make songs by committee.
Yes.
So I always think to myself, well, couldn't the artists change that if they just simply stop making the rap that has the criminal intent? But you saying that they're being pushed to make these kind of records?
Yeah.
Man.
A long time ago. It's been happening forever. Some of the songs that you love, some of the MCs you love, you know, it was done by committee. It wasn't, you know, a man with a pen and a mic. You know what I'm saying? That's me. I'm a man with a pen and a mic.
So was NWA ever, you think they was ever part of the big corporate agenda to push negative content?
Yeah, they were. But not a willing, knowing participant. We thought our music was going to be underground. We didn't make our music big. You know, we did not make our music blow up. We just did it. And we thought it was going to be underground, dirty street records. We thought our records was going to be sold with the Richard Pryor comedy albums and and Red Fox and the you know, dirty Dolomite records and shit. That's what we thought. So, you know, we didn't have a clue that it was gonna blow up until it blew up. You know, I think, you know, one was MTV banning Straight Outta Compton videos. Another was the letter from the FBI. Those are two things that started to just blow the ball. But we didn't blow ourselves up. You know, everybody blame us, but we didn't do it. You know, we was doing music. We actually had stopped worrying about the industry as much. We was basically doing music that people in our neighborhood would like. So we were like, yo, let's just do the shit we know. I keep cussing. So I don't know if we're loud, but let's just keep doing what we've been doing. Or no, let's just do what we know is gonna work around here, so we could be at least neighborhood stars. You know what I'm saying? We can at least, you know, get love in the hood. So that was our purpose.
So, and that's what it is. I'm gonna give my commentary. But basically, that's what it is. These cats is young, and he said that we didn't blow ourselves up. Jerry Heller and them blew them up. You know, Jerry Heller was plugged into the music industry real heavy back then. So you don't think he met with his other record executive, Jewish-owned record executive people that he had ties with, and say, hey, you know, we got this investment in these prisons. If we make them look like criminals, and then we can get money from them looking like criminals, because they from the hood, they aren't as smart as us, so we can own their masters, we can own their royalties, you know, and also we can have and then we can promote them all over the world, blow them up, and you know, NWA, you know what that stands for. That's going to make every black male in the world look like what we already think of them. And then once the world thinks of them that way, they're going to shun them. Then they're going to go out and do it. And they keep listening to this music. They're going to want to do it. And guess where they're going to end up? They're going to end up in prison. And guess what? We own the prisons. So come on, man. Yes. And like the young lady was saying in the last video, the one with Krazy Bone, there's a reason why Hollywood, there's a reason why when Obama first got elected, I never forget this. And I always thought to myself that this happened when before Bush got in office. Every time they have an election, you always hear about some president. Well, he was over at, Obama. He was over at Steven Spielberg's house, for a fundraiser. I'm like, why was he at Steven Spielberg's house? Obama, when he ran the second term, Obama's having his fundraiser for his second term at Tyler Perry's house. Donald Trump. But Donald Trump was trying to, fundraise and get stuff going for when he was going against Hillary. Trump is having a fundraiser at the owner of Sony Pictures house. I'm like, why are they always over here in LA? They always come over here and have their fundraisers over, because the Hollywood is prompted by the government to wherever side they on, front these people off. They get money to make their movies. They get money, just like the young lady, they get money to make the media, to make to have them, to make the images. People don't realize how big. Malcolm X once said, this is what Malcolm said. Malcolm said, the media is the most powerful entity on the planet, because it can make the innocent look guilty and the guilty look innocent. It's influence. That's why I've been noticing, like Krazy Bone was saying, I've been noticing. Have you ever noticed now that a lot of movies and TV shows have, even commercials, you see a black woman, the white guy? That's been something new they've been doing. And why are they pushing this for white? And I'm thinking to myself, they want to eventually get rid of us. For the longest time, for the longest time, I would say this about black women about sisters. Most sisters that I've come across in my lifetime were only open to dating their own men. Like out of all the, I've had Asian female friends, I've had white female friends, I've had Indian female friends that I went to college, went to school with, stuff like that, and they were open to dating anybody that was good to them. You know what I'm saying? Black women, for the most part, only connect. I can't see myself dating somebody this color. I can't see. I only see myself being with a black man. I don't get. You know what I'm saying? I've always noticed that about sisters. They've always kind of stayed loyal to being with brothers. A lot of these. So now the media now is pushing for sisters, making the white male more attractive, more appealing to the sisters. I'm starting to notice out here in LA. I'm starting to notice a lot of sisters out here that are dating white boys. Are dating the white boys that they're dating. They have like a black swag to them. Like I didn't notice a lot of white men. I'm starting to notice a lot of white men never really rocked a bald head with beards. I'm starting to notice that we was always the ones doing that. Rick Ross, so and then Suge Knight. You know what I'm saying? Then it became a style that Rick Ross became popular. You seen every brother, especially in Florida, even Philadelphia, bald head and beards is like the thing. But I was thinking, why are all these white boys starting to get bald head and beards? You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like, if you ever seen the movie, They Clone Tyrone, they're trying, Get Out. All this stuff kind of makes sense. They're trying to be us and replace us, get us out of here, and then make our sisters find them attractive and then no more us. I don't know. That's what I think. I always think conspiracy stuff, but a lot of stuff. I mean, come on, man. It's what Krazy Bones, what Ice Cube is saying. This is an agenda. This is something they want to push, and I think this is my opinion. I think because you gotta think, when we were growing up, it was in the NWA. I was Ice Cube. I was a big Ice Cube fan when I was in elementary and middle school, young. So we would listen to that stuff all the time, to the point where we wanted to dress like them. We was going around singing their rhymes, to the point we was almost acting like them. You see what I'm saying? So you got to think, the young people music, the NBA Young Boys, and all that stuff, the 21 Savages, their music is a lot more hard. They ain't talking about fighting. They talking about just coming, just pulling up and just shooting. So it's like, and then you see what's happening. You see all these shootings happening. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, man. And guess what is going to happen to those brothers that, you got to think, these brothers listening to this stuff around all day. You don't think that's going to have influence on your brain? That's all you listen to? So guess what? You go out, commit a crime, get at the ops. Another brother, another young brother in the ground. And guess what? Another young brother in our prison system that we own, that the record labels own. This stuff is telling you, dude, it's no coincidence. Like Krazy Bones says, no coincidence. Anyway, guys, what y'all think about this video? Do y'all think that this is part of the conspiracy to put? I think it's a conspiracy to pretty much eliminate black males. That's what I think in America, like once and for all. Non-submissive, I would say, with tweeting she would say FBA men. They want to eventually eliminate. Anyway, guys, what y'all think? Leave your comments, subscribe to Charles and Here's One.